Here, award-winning top 10 artist, Elijah Schaffer, just kind of like he says, a centrist person that's pro-free speech. A bunch of their videos are up on Infowars.com and Newswars.com. You can also go to their sites. We'll give you some of those so people can check those out on screen. But I tell you, Mike Adams is riding shotgun with us right now. And you see this type of stuff going on, and you see it unfolding, and you see the left attacking everybody everywhere, and they're so, it's like a KKK member saying the 50s, you know, beating up a black person trying to go to vote or whatever. They really believe they're in the right, and they believe the BS, and calling her the N-word. All these videos, every day I see a new video where the left, if it sees any black cops, calls them that. They attack women, they attack children. I mean, what is going on with these people? Well, and my question to Joy here would be, where are the leftists standing up for your right to exist as a citizen in this country, as someone who has a human soul, who has freedom to speak, who has your own personal diversity and expression of who you are, and there's not a single prominent leftist that has stood up for you? Why is that, Joy?
Ridiculous. I think it's really because of Maxine Waters. She is like the godmother of this violent leftist movement. She's called for violence and attacks against Trump supporters. So people, they will see me, and I am a black and Latina woman. I'm in Hollywood. Like you said, I'm just being myself. And yet they won't come to my defense because it is somehow justified to violently attack, to have racial slurs, to call me every name in the book and Elijah, simply because we're Trump supporters. It's like that takes every human decency off the table. And we're here for peace. We wanted to have conversation. We had amazing conversations with people across the aisle before this riot and this mob started. And this guy was so violent. He was hyped up on every drug in the book. Elijah, tell him what happened after we started singing the national anthem.
Yeah, so the national anthem, after we finished it, actually, most people started booing us and saying boo. And I was like, that's the national anthem. And they were like, well, it's not for Trump. I said, we didn't sing the national anthem for Trump. We sang it because we're proud of our country. And they started booing us, welcome to Los Angeles, for singing the national anthem here on the street.
And they were saying, we don't want your kind here. There was many people screaming, we don't want your kind here. It's like,
I got to ask you, it's like their textbook following what you'd imagine is some racist.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like they're denying your right to exist.
Do we have to drink at different fountains? We're going to isolate and segregate different cafes. We don't shop at the same department stores. It's like a new Jim Crow.
Well, that's another thing, though. The left doesn't want us in their businesses and stuff, but they don't even know how to work or do anything. They would all starve to death if we weren't there.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, the violence escalated actually because the guy did leave after I told him stop disrespecting America and stop calling us the N-word, because there was another older African-American gentleman there who also told him the same thing. He was offended, and we both were like, stop it. This is not okay. There's minors here. Pull your pants up. I mean, he was showing his everything to everyone.
Gross butt in front of children, which is the
He was simulating sex. He was doing it was crude. You know, he was getting in my face. He's like, I know you want it. He was just
gross,
everything.
Like, gross person.
He came back. So he left, and then he came back with 4 other guys and continued to get in our faces. And then that's when he was like, oh, you're not going to fight me? Girl.
But think about the hypocrisy of this, though, is that they are doing this in the name of what they call equality and tolerance. They call themselves tolerant, and they say that you, Joy, that you are
And then the media, the controlled corporate media, will then cover up what's really happening.
Of course.
Absolutely.
And actually all they're doing is those radical leftists are exposing like their inner pedophile or something.
And I notice you guys have a bunch of videos like these. I mean, it seems like things are escalating with this whole summer of rage. I think they're trying to censor libertarians, conservatives ahead of something big. What do you think, Elijah and Joy?
Yeah, so what I think is this. So last weekend, last Thursday, I went to Maxine Waters' office to go report on a protest that was happening there. And I actually went, we can get into this too, because Joy is not my only friend of color. I have a friend named Black Mike. You can look him up on Instagram. He's blowing up, official Black Mike. He's like the male Candace Owens. And if you see here, we went to go report there. And because I'm the wrong skin color now, which is, people say that this whole idea of racism towards white people isn't real, but because I have blonde hair, look, I'm a youth pastor.
He is a youth pastor.
I'm a worship leader. I've been to Bible college. I do global missions. I've done it in the Philippines and Mexico. I mean, I go all over the place. I'm sharing the message of Jesus and of love and of peace. And they're calling me a white supremacist, calling me KKK. They're going out there. And then it's so funny because we're out there. They accosted us. They assaulted us to the point where a pastor tried to get us out because they came at us with bats. And you know what? That was not done because there's a bunch of angry black people in South Central or whatever, Torrance area. It's because Maxine Waters has called them to violence.
She's okayed this. And that's exactly what happened when we were on Hollywood Boulevard. They actually brought a knife. They stole his camera.
They stole $3,000 camera. They stole it out of my cameraman's hands.
They punched our guard, who's a veteran, who's a military veteran. He was trying to do crowd control and saying back up.
And they said they didn't care. We told them, we go, hey, this guy is a Marine, has some respect. And all the kids, by the way, these are Generation Z, all there, like probably 20, 25 kids are start saying, who cares?
12 years old, they're 9 years old.
He deserved it and stuff. And that's the next generation of what they're trying to bring up, are anti-American, anti-moral, anti-respect for
and this is the fight that broke out. He threw the first punch at our dear man. His name is Tony, and he actually suffered. His face got split open. He's suffering from a concussion right now. 4 guys, 4 thugs on one.
He beat him up.
Yeah, he actually beat them up too.
One conservative to beat off 4 guys.
Yeah,
like he actually beat them up.
Yeah.
What are you doing to protect your safety there? I mean, what you're describing are incredible acts of violence and racism. This is
never thought it would happen, right? On
but also
Hollywood
the courage you've got to have to just wear Trump gear on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's right. We're not inciting the violence. We were smiling. I was telling, there was all those little girls there. I said, oh, you look so pretty. You girls look so cute. You want to take a picture? We had the Trump stand up. Elijah and I are making jokes.
It was a family event.
We're live streaming. By the way, we have all of that footage on my Periscope at joy_villa and on his Periscope.
You go to youtube.com/slightly offensive and watch the whole live
We stream the whole thing.
And we're going to write articles about that as well. We absolutely. Trump overall is doing a pretty good job, but he needs to make a bigger deal out of this persecution. I mean, it needs to be done.
It's race-based persecution.
Suffering.
I mean,
simply for being pro-Trump, we're not.
It is all racial. It's like F you, you're a black person. F you, you're a white person. It's like it's all race-based. It's insane.
It's totally insane. And look, these are illegal acts of violence. These are discriminatory acts that are violating the civil rights of both of your guests here right now. Those attackers should be prosecuted, and those who are complicit in that should be prosecuted. That's my take.
Right.
Well, let me ask you both this.
Police report, because it was, it's assault and burglary.
It's assault and burglary, and we want to push it as a hate crime because the point is that he was calling us out for being white and for being black and saying that we didn't matter, and he was going to say whatever he wanted.
We don't belong here.
Yeah, that our kind doesn't belong.
So if you're black, you're wrong, and if you're white, you're wrong, and if you're Latino, you're wrong. Where's
well, listen, here's the deal. He means he follows Stephen Colbert. So let me ask you this question. Obviously, this guy needs to be discovered. We need to find out his identity. We should have a hotline for that. And if the LAPD won't prosecute him, it's a serious issue. There's a lot of other folks punching people in the head as well.
Yes, there is. There's too much violence going on simply for wearing this red hat, simply for being pro-Trump, simply for wearing an American flag nowadays. You can get hurt and almost killed. I mean, I'm used to having death threats, but walking down the street wearing a Trump hat, that should not be the norm.
Yeah, let's pull up Joy Villa in that great Academy Awards deal 2016 in the great red, white, and blue dress. I mean, that really made him mad. But, I mean, this is America. People should be able to. Plus, just since Trump's been so successful with the economy and unemployment and so many things, you'd think it would lessen their anger. But, no, it's worse now because if he gets proven right, it's over for them.
Especially for minorities, he's lessened the burden. We now have jobs. You know, my cousins who are black, my cousins who are Latino, they have jobs now because of Trump. The economy is flourishing and prospering. People are walking away from the Democratic plantation, and people are seeing that Trump is a peacemaker. He's going to make peace with major, superpowers around the world so that America can be great again. This is huge.
And also, and just to say to both of you, you are so welcome here at InfoWars. You are welcome on our platforms. Create a channel on Real.video, by the way, so we can cover your videos editorially. You are welcome here, and you are loved here. You are loved for your work as a pastor. You are loved for your work for peace. You are loved for your voice, for your spirit, who you are. We see you, we recognize you, and we embrace you.
And the establishment wants to lie about both them. They want to lie about both these great people and then misrepresent it. That's why they want to silence us. That's the key. It's not just silence us. They want to silence us and then misrepresent what we've done.
Yes.
Right.
That's right.
It's to shut you out. And I want to say this. At this point now in Los Angeles, it doesn't matter whether you're black, brown, or white. It doesn't matter if you're left or right. We're fighting for a safe LA.
Safe LA.
We have some major social projects coming up between Joyvilla and Slightly Offensive. And we're also going to be teaming up with some Fleckus Talks in the future and Official Black Mike. We're starting an entire
Hold on, we're back in 70 seconds. Do 5 more minutes to talk about what you're doing and what you see coming next. But clearly, we've passed the point of return. Critical juncture this summer and fall. The globalists are making their move, but so are we. Hour number 4 straight ahead.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Our team is always looking for new ways to improve our products. That's why we've created the newest version of a fan-favorite formula, the Real Red Pill Plus. The Real Red Pill Plus contains the powerful pregnenolone formula, now with an added energy boost. Now, you can support your heart, brain, and aging process with an added natural energy boost. The proprietary energy blend includes powerful ingredients like green tea extract, yerba mate leaf extract, and more, paired with the powerful ingredients in the original Real Red Pill formula. The Real Red Pill has just what you need to support your body while getting the pick-me-up to get you through the day. The Real Red Pill Plus is a powerful investment into the future of your mind and body. Don't miss out on the all-new upgrade to your favorite product. Head to InfoWarsStore.com and get the Real Red Pill Plus today. Real Red Pill Plus is on sale now while supplies last.